Hello, this is Night, Ayurveda practitioner at Earth Ayurveda Clinic. And today we're going to talk about the doshas and the times of the day and how certain times of day can affect how we feel. I'm going to use a chart to help explain this, so we'll just jump on over there. Okay, so here we are at the chart. So we're going to talk about the times of the days for the dosha. So let's just start over here at 2 o'clock. And we'll say it's 2 in the morning. This is when a lot of times in this Vata time that people will start to tend to wake up, especially at 4 o'clock, which is the prime Vata time. So if you were living at an ashram or if you have a spiritual practice, you might wake up around 5:30, 6 o'clock because Vata time is a really good time to connect for meditation because it's the air and ether. It's a really good connection there. Then we come down to 6 o'clock and mostly recommending here that if you are Vata, you actually wouldn't wake up until maybe around like 7:30 because you want to wake up a little bit after sunrise. But then if you're a Pitta, you can wake up at sunrise. So this all really kind of changes and fluctuates. And then if you're Kapha, you're going to wake up a little bit before sunrise so that you have this extra Vata to help you wake up and start your day. Because you'll tend to notice that the next thing we come into is Kapha. Now, if you're Kapha and you sleep a little late, it's going to get actually harder to wake up because you're in this Kapha time. Now, this is also the time to really set your day. So if you're rushing off to work, then you're going to find that the rest of your day is spent rushing. But if you are ready and you get in your car and you drive or you bike or you walk and you're about 5-10 minutes early, then you're going to find that the rest of your day kind of goes on that same line. So then, if we're talking about breakfast, this is a very interesting question that comes up a lot. A lot of people have trained themselves to eat right when they wake up, but your digestive fire might not even really start to go until after the sun has come up. So just kind of going by how you feel. Are you hungry? Because you want to have that good digestion and strong digestive fire so that you can digest your food and not have it just sitting there. And then we come into 10 to 2. This is the Pitta time, the fire. And for lunchtime, this is when we actually recommend eating your biggest meal because this is when the fire of your Pitta is in alignment with the fire of the sun being at its highest point. And so your digestive fire is strong and it's going to be able to eat and digest a lot of food. So from anywhere from 10 to 2, you can also think if it seems like a lot to eat a really big meal, especially if you're working at your desk, you could think about maybe doing 2 kind of more medium-sized lunch meals as long as they're digesting to help break that up. Then you come into the Vata time again. So now you had high fire. Woo, I'm losing the post of that. Had high fire. And then here we come into the crash because this Vata kind of lulls and spaces out that air and ether. Woo, and this is actually usually when you're going to want some protein is around this time, not the caffeine that most people use instead. And also then over here in that Vata time, this is going to be when, once again, if you have a meditation practice, around that 5-6 o'clock is going to be a really good time again because you've got this connection to the ethers. For dinner, since you have this big meal up here, dinner is actually considered a supplemental meal, meaning that if you worked a lot, like you worked really hard, then you can eat a bigger meal. But say you didn't do that much, and you had your good sized lunch when you were supposed to, then down here we could think about maybe eating lighter foods, or maybe eating the same food that you usually would, but a smaller portion. Now, I definitely want to make sure, though, if you feel hungry, you should eat, because I am not an advocate for not eating. I think eating is very important. And as you come out of this Vata time here, the sun is starting to set. So once again, your digestive fire is going down, and that's part of why we eat less at that time, is because it's just not as strong. Then you're starting to finish your meal, and it's really the kapha time. Now we're setting up for the evening. So kind of starting to maybe read a little bit, starting to turn down the lights as it gets later and later, finishing up, going and taking a shower, getting ready for bed, and really focusing on trying to make it into bed by 10 o'clock. Because as you notice, it goes from kapha, which if you go with the kapha, it's going to help you be tired and chill out and let go. But if you make it to what people call the second wind, into this pitta time, you might not find it very easy to go to bed until later, like maybe more towards like 1 or 2 in the morning. And so what will often happen over here as well is sometimes around 9, 10 o'clock you can start to feel hungry. But that hunger is usually not actually hungry for food. It's just because your pitta is now starting to act up for a second round. But for this second round, instead of being that strong digestive fire and in alignment with the sun, it is now the time when pitta wants to do its evening job of cleaning up your body, not digesting your food. So we've the digestion has gone down, coming to here, and then it just cleaning up. So what you really want to do, if you're really hungry, I would recommend trying to do maybe some warm milk with spices or something very light. And then, like if you can get away with a fruit juice or something like that, because I almost guarantee that if you've eaten throughout the day, then by the time you come here, you're going to go to bed and you're not going to be hungry anymore. Which then takes us through that pitta cleaning time, and you're sleeping, and back to 2 in the morning. So thank you for spending the time to listen to the times of the day. I hope this helped answer some of your questions, and I will talk to you later.